Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Donatello is my favorite turtle. And my favorite adaptation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the 1990s movie. I also love the original Mirage comics, and I love the 2000 show. The 2010 show was okay, but most other adaptations of the Ninja Turtles I haven't really liked, and that's a big issue. A lot of people have been slowly getting pushed away from the TMNT fandom. That being that ever since Nickelodeon has gained control over the TMNT franchise, they've decided to hand it over to creators that really don't have the best ideas for the franchise in mind. You have the Michael Bay Turtles, which are ugly and strange, and at one point were almost going to be aliens. You have the IDW comics, which leans heavily on political stuff, furries, and a lot of the stuff that people would say are SJW. You have the two other Nickelodeon shows that tried to race swap April O'Neil and tried to redefine the Turtles' personalities and change the dynamics of the characters and the backstories of the characters, and those shows were rejected and promptly canceled. Everyone hypes up these things up like they're big and like they're gonna do well, but they only last a year or two before they're just completely shelved. Well, Nickelodeon now, since they haven't really had a hit Ninja Turtles thing since the 2010 show, have decided to go full damage control and do the pop name Scooby-Dooification of the Ninja Turtles. Now, personally, I think that this thing is pointless because the Ninja Turtles are ultra gritty characters. They are people who murder their foes, and they are individuals who live by a brutal ninja code. I don't think that these characters should be turned into kids' show characters, just like I don't think characters like the Punisher should be turned into kids' show characters. I understand that there has been a long history of the Ninja Turtles being in more child-friendly shows, but this show is directly aimed at the Paw Patrol Spider-Man crowd, and I honestly don't see the Ninja Turtles as being that type of thing. But I'm not going to get mad at it. I'm not going to trash talk Nickelodeon. I'm not going to trash talk whoever is involved in this show, because at the end of the day, this show is made for babies. But what this show does prove is that Nickelodeon obviously wants to turn a profit on the TMNT. Nickelodeon wants a successful TMNT property, and the last two TMNT shows were not it. And honestly, I think that kind of shows with the designs of these TMNT. They really lean back into the 2010s look for the characters. Raphael isn't a giant mutant, Donatello doesn't have his stupid glasses, and the TMNT logo is very similar to the 2010 show. None of the turtles have weird mutations that deviate their designs. They all look pretty much the same, except for Donatello, who is still ultra skinny, but I can handle that as long as he doesn't have the stupid glasses. I noticed that they took away their weapons and gave them weird glowing weapons. I'm assuming that's the only thing to carry over from the new Ninja Turtle stuff. There has been a push to make the Ninja Turtles a mystical, energy-based character set for a while. It never really works, it never really vibes. I think the Ninja Turtles work better as just being mutants, but it's whatever. This show's gonna be aimed at little kids. It's probably not even gonna have action. There's no way this is gonna get a brony crowd where people watch it unironically. This is just a show for 4-year-olds. And that's Nickelodeon's plan here. Nickelodeon, instead of trying to impress teenagers or young kids or adults who are fans of the Ninja Turtles, They've decided to go to the lowest common denominator and give them the safest version of the Ninja Turtles brand, which are these guys. And these guys represent the Ninja Turtles I grew up with more than the Ninja Turtles that other people are saying we had to accept. The Ninja Turtles that didn't look and feel like the Ninja Turtles anybody wanted. The Ninja Turtles that randomly race-swapped characters. Now, they didn't show April O'Neil in this trailer, so there still could be a good chance of them doing that. But if I had to guess, I would say April O'Neil's probably going to go back to a design similar to her 2010s appearance. Tiny, petite, redhead girl. If I had to guess, I would say that all of these designs are going to be heavily based off of the 2010s Nickelodeon show, which is not a bad look to go for, and the early IDW comics were also based off of those designs. If they took that and made that the whole brand identity for the modern Ninja Turtles, the Nickelodeon Turtles, I think that would be good, because right now, Ninja Turtles has a huge brand identity issue, where the most relevant version of the Ninja Turtles right now is the 1980s Ninja Turtles, who don't get any new content and are only saved for crossover episodes with shows that actually make it. So hopefully this will maybe get them to bring back the 2010 show. I don't really want the 2010 show back, but I'll take the 2010 show over anything else. And honestly, this is a direction everyone should have seen coming. Teen Titans Go did really well. Superhero Girls, there's a lot of these baby shows. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which is not the same Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends you might have grew up with. It's a new one where it has Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen running around. This is a common thing. It's not worth getting angry about. If you get angry about it online, people are just going to clip you and then be like, look at this chud, he's mad at a kid's cartoon, lol. So don't give them what they want. Don't freak out over this. Don't point out the SJW stuff. Just be glad that it's not the Ninja Turtles that we had been getting, and be glad that Rise of the TMNT and everything else that you hated got immediately canceled. Hopefully they continue to take this franchise in a better direction, and hopefully we'll get some recognizable versions of the characters coming in. I want Splinter to look like Splinter. I want April to look like April. I want Casey to look like Casey. I want everyone to be who they should be. If not, it doesn't matter. It's a baby show. So, yeah. Bye.